I basically want you to download a PDF file and keep it in your phone. I'll tell you later why, but let's make use of the time. I'm just trying to fill in the time before we get started so that when we get to it, it will be easy for all of us to do. If you have downloaded the PDF, just raise your hand so I know how many are getting done. Okay? Yeah, we'll wait for some time.
So, before you start, R&D, we will say something.
Yeah. No, I'm just, you tell me when I should get down, I'll get down.
So, maybe we are ready.
Get down? Okay. How many of you are done with the paper download? Jaldi kar lo yaar.
Sorry.
No, that's fine. I was only filling, so.
Very good morning to all of you. There was some delay for which we apologize, but then good things come after delay, and you have already seen a trailer. So on behalf of JNU PAIR outreach team and ANRF, I would like to extend a very warm welcome to Professor Kumaraguru. I think he's coming here for the first time, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah.
A very warm welcome to you and our esteemed colleagues as well as students, both PhD and masters, for this special outreach event that enables us to connect our research with wider audience. I would like to also emphasize that JNU has always believed that outreach is an integral part of. One second. Sorry. Yeah. JNU has always believed that outreach is an integral part of research and academic life. Through its various initiatives, the university continues to connect scholarship with society and to strengthen the communication of knowledge beyond the campus boundaries. Today we look forward to an engaging session on how AI, artificial intelligence, can make research communication more inclusive, effective and widely accessible. I would also like to mention that the outreach activities being conducted at JNU serve as a bridge between advanced research and public benefit and reflect a strong commitment to taking knowledge beyond the classroom and laboratories. Saral AI is not just a technical tool but a part of a larger institutional effort to make science understandable, multilingual and socially useful. Such activities reflect a broader outreach culture through seminars, talks and other academic events that connect research with wider audiences. We have organized several activities at JNU under this JNU PAIR and ANRF broad framework, such as the National Science Day, International Women's Day, and various seminars, including seminars on artificial intelligence in life sciences and intellectual property rights. And several other talks are in the pipeline. So, in this line of activities, I would like to mention that Saral AI is something which allows us to, go multilingual and reach out to wider audiences. I would now like to invite Professor Supriyo Chakrabarty for saying a few words about the JNU PAIR network. Professor Chakrabarty.
Very good morning. So at the outset, let me welcome Professor P. Kumaraguru, very popularly known as PK, as you see in front of you, to our university. And thank you, Professor PK, for agreeing to visit our university and updating our students and colleagues about the new Saral AI that you have generated, which is very important for communication of science in a much lucid way. I'm thankful to the university, specifically the Vice Chancellor Madam, for her all support for organizing such activity. The R&D cell, Director R&D, PRO, Pooja, and everyone for their support for organizing such event. My special thanks to my colleagues from PAIR team, the team leaders Shobhan, Kashyap, and Umesh, and all my colleagues from PAIR who are assembled here. Dear students, you have defeated rain today. As you see, we are starting the program. Already I see bright sunshine. So this simply suggests that what Saral can take us today after 1.5 hours of interactions. I would like to take a brief introduction of the PAIR network, which we have been doing for more than 10 months in the interest of Professor PK. So this network is composed of 5 spoke institutions and JNU as a hub. From the spoke institutions, we have Tejpur University, we have Cotton University, we have Central University of Punjab, we have Delhi Pharmaceutical and Science and Research University, and Berhampur University, Odisha. So collectively, we are working to address certain challenges which are nationally aligned with our national priorities, and those are the areas in the 3 thematic areas of advanced material, molecular and synthetic biology, and environmental sustainability. The core issues have been how we can catalyze the spoke-driven transformative research in the respective institutions. Towards that, JNU as a hub, along with the PAIR institutions, have been organizing workshops very regularly. What Dr. Poonam has suggested and informed about the activity done at the hub itself, I am happy to inform the gatherings that we have organized more than 11 workshops across hub and spoke last 10 months, and it has handled more than 750 participants. Now this duration starts from 2 days to 30 days. Not only that, we have also ensured that our faculty from JNU visited the hub institutions, the spoke institutions, and trained them respective field of research in environmental sustainability or molecular synthetic biology or advanced materials. So this particular meeting has a special importance because ANRF have identified JNU as one of the leading partner to curate and display the outstanding research done at respective university through different means. So by saying this, we will be conducting such events in the future also, and that is work done by JNU as a university, but PAIR is co-organizing to facilitate the whole system. Keeping this in mind, today's event on Saral AI, Professor PK is going to deliver a lecture. The person who has been associated with development of this software, its analysis, and he has recently joined ANRF as a visiting scientist for promoting more science communications across different institutions. As I was talking to Professor PK, not only to hub, we would like to also expand this activity to the spoke institutions, and from JNU PAIR network we will provide you all platform whatever is required to do that. Colleagues, I think this is the time to focus on the activity which are planned for today. With this brief remark, I again thank all of you. My special thanks to the outreach team of JNU PAIR network, Dr. Poonam, Dr. Saurabh, Dr. Kumar Pranav, and all my colleagues for coming over here. It is indeed a pleasure to see a house fill when there is rain outside. I am proud of you all. Thank you very much.
Would like to invite the Director, Research and Development, Professor Kedar Singh from the School of Physical Sciences to say a few words about R&D activities at JNU.
Very good morning to all. Respected Professor P. Kumaraguru, FANE, IIIT Hyderabad, and visiting scientist, ANRF, and my colleagues, students, and also participant. This is today. This is a very great event. If you know, this is the Saral AI. How we can convert your, this is the research paper to video. This is the 4-minute video. So this is the very Today, this is a very, if you see, first time we are uh, uh, pair team is organizing, this such type very, you can say this is a very, distinguished lecture. So, on the behalf of JNU and this is our R&D team, I would say something about the research and development. If you see here in JNU in 2023 to 2044, this is the around 167 project complete there, and 2024 to 2025, this is the 226 project handled there, and now in this year 2025 to 2006, more than 260 research projects are going on. Projects mainly are from, this is the maximum projects are from, this is the ANRF, this is the also known as SRV, and other funding agency also contributing there. We have project, this is the ICCR, DBT, and ICMR, DST, and additionally we have, this is the project from CSIR, BNRS, ISRO, ICSR, and MOU star. And if you see this sustained growth reflects the confidence of the leading funding agency uh, in JNU research excellence and interdisciplinary research. And if you see about research, research is not merely for about the publication and you can say this is the patents, but it is creating the knowledge and innovation and solution for the society also. And if you see, then also R&D cell is also committed to enable high quality interdisciplinary research that creates meaningful, societal impact. And if you say today talk, if you see, you can say lecture much more than session of the artificial intelligence. It is about making the scientific research more accessible, understandable, and impactful. And if you see, Saral seeks a bridge this gap by transformation complex scientific research into accessible multi content, thereby expanding the research and impact of research. Then, if you see today, our speaker, Professor P. Kumaraguru, is a distinguished researcher in artificial intelligence, and also I am congrats to Professor Supriya Chakravarti and our team leader, Professor Shovan Sen, and our Professor Kashyap and Professor Umesh. They are doing very well in the peer project. Thank you very much to all, and I am pretty sure today we will benefit more and more. This is the today this is the special lecture. So thank you very much to coming here. Thank you. Thank you.
Professor Kumaraguru, fondly known as PK, I think in the circles, and who is a leading researcher in responsible AI and applied machine learning. So, as you know, I think the younger people in the audience clearly know that AI and machine learning are the future, right? Right? And recognize that. And he has made the job easy for us. I mean, having done research, it's also important to take it to the society. And he brings with him deep experience in building technology for public impact. Today, he will speak on Saral AI, as you have already heard, and its possibilities for research communication. He is also a visiting scientist at ANRF, also to promote outreach activities and its possibilities, and he is the person behind Saral AI, an open source platform that helps us turn scholarly work into accessible and multilingual formats. So please join me in welcoming PK, if I can call you, the driving force behind the Saral AI, and let's we look forward to this engaging session.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Last one. Good morning. Very good, yeah. 300 people plus inside the room. The energy level should be high, no? Right, very good, very good. Thank you for coming. And thanks to JNU and the organizers for actually getting me here, even though I stay only like 8 minutes away from here. When he said that you have to come to this place, I put it on Google Maps and said how much time is going to take, so I have to plan my travel, all that. It said 8 minutes. I'm like, okay, it doesn't matter, right? Yeah, very, very nice to be here. As they said, it's my first time. Thanks everyone for speaking before me, but I want to especially, can we all do a round of applause for her? I'll tell you why. Clap. Okay. I'll repeat myself for those of you who came later after I spoke for the first time. When I ask you a question, when I ask you to do something, whoever you are in the room, you're supposed to do it. Is that okay? First 2 rows, faculty also. I request you to please participate, right? A round of applause for her. Why? Is because she said one line. I don't know where did she pick up, whether it was already, I sent it or it was already there in a website. I don't know. One thing that she said is exactly what our goal now at ANRF is. Okay? The goal, the line that she read was institutional, right? It is not a tool. It has to be built as an institutional process. I'm paraphrasing. I don't think so process was it. She definitely used the word institutional. I think that's exactly why I'm doing my, so as you can see, I'm a faculty at IIIT Hyderabad, but I'm sitting full-time in Delhi now. I'm spending my time at ANRF full-time now. And the goal is only that, can we make, the keywords are democratize research. Democratize is one keyword that we use. Democratize, disseminate, amplify, demystify. Those are our keywords. Has Dr. Shiv come here before? Yeah, okay. So you must have heard. How many of you were here for Dr. Shiv's presentation? Okay, that's negligible. I'll assume that nobody was there, right? So yeah, so those are the keywords. Again, democratize, right? Disseminate, demystify, amplify. That's exactly what we would like to see happening. Again, a raise of hands for all the PhD students, masters, undergrads, faculty, and you don't know who you are? Okay, very good. I think that category is always a nice category. If I were in the audience, I would raise hand for that. I don't know who I am, right? Very good. So that's the goal. Goal is to actually try and see whether we can get this as part of the process itself. It should not become something extra that you'll have to do. That's the goal. Again, how many of you have published at least one single paper with your name on it? Keep your hands up. Of those of you who have, I did not say put your hands down, up. Of those of you who have published a paper with your name at least once, how many of you have converted the paper into another format other than the PDF, LaTeX and Microsoft Word that you submitted? What format? I can see only the hand. What format? So the hand went down. She got scared. Oh, I'm the only one in the room. Look at that. You're 300 people in the room. Not a single one of you. By the way, you probably would have done one another format, which is called PowerPoint or slides. Yes, no? For students, you may have done poster. You did not tell that to me. You did not question me. Oh, you're wrong. I did poster, right? So poster, how many of you have done a poster from your paper? Okay, how many of you have done a PowerPoint from your paper or from somebody else's paper? You went to teach. Very good, right? Oh, keep your hands up. Keep your hands up. So look at the hands. You've done others' papers, others' posters, right? Other papers into. How many of you have seen others do? Let's see. Let's see that hand. Look at that. The hands is double the time, or probably if you look at how many conversions happen, it's probably 100 times more than what the conversion. None of you did any other formats. Let's spend 2 minutes on why. But let me put the summary again. First, I asked the question of how many of you have converted your research paper, not just yours, anybody else also, it doesn't matter. I mean, you could have taken your professor's paper, faculty want to give a talk to a student, or they want to give a lecture in the class, they take somebody else's paper, convert it into a PowerPoint slides and present it. Very, very normal, right? Why do we think that we are not doing, for example? I'll just give you a comparison. How many of you have listened to podcasts? Wow. How many of you listen to YouTube? Is there anybody in the room who does not know YouTube? Okay, just look at that. We listen to YouTube, we watch YouTube, we listen to Spotify or any kind of podcast platform. Why is that research doesn't come there? Why is that as an author, you have never converted your paper into a podcast? Or why is that as a person consuming research, which is that, oh, I read this cool paper. Can I just do a 2-minute? How many of you know this YouTube channel which is popular called 2-minute paper? Okay, so that's there for people who don't know, please look up. He manually sits and reads the paper and does something. So why is that none of us have thought about the mechanism of converting a paper? First of all, let's also do one more question. How many of you agree that the other formats like podcast and videos are slightly more engaging than your PDF file? Look at that. All of you agree, but none of you do. Why? Give me some reasons and then I'll move on. Huh? Okay, did not know how to do it. Very, I have 3-4 reasons which comes in every single time. This is one of the main reasons. Look, I don't know how to do it. Okay, what else? Oh, once again, today let's just flip the question. How many of you in this audience, let's finish the reasons. Okay, I don't know how to do. Next. Huh? Time consuming. Okay, time consuming. Okay, time consuming, I don't know how to do. What else? Huh? You prefer reading. Okay. We're not talking about you. Okay, what else? Okay, some other reason. I understand. Yeah, I prefer reading. That's fine. I'm meaning, please understand, the goal is not to convert the readers into just listen to it and you'll be okay with it. No. You have to finally, if you're a researcher, if you're a professor, you have to read the paper. We are not taking that away. Okay, time consuming, I don't know how to do. What else? Give me one more and then I'll move on. Yeah. Requires more effort. Okay. Requires more effort, time consuming, I don't know how to do. Okay.
Sometimes format is also changes, like some values and then they also
Okay. So you're saying that if you convert into another format, value changes. But if you do it yourself, what's the problem? Why don't you take how many of you think that, this is answering your question, the younger generation, right? How many of you are less than 100 years old? Okay, very good. All of you are young, right? So can we answer, how many of you think that you can do take a phone and do a recording of 2 minutes of something? You yourself can do it and you're saying you don't know how to do it? Yeah. Okay, but let's understand. No, why? Sorry. Then let me qualify my question. Meaning, what I meant was when you say PDF to a podcast or something, you put it on your phone and you do it yourself also. Why should it be a technology? Is that also fair? Right? Meaning, I'm sure you understand that when people talk about summaries of paper, when you interact with, meaning all the podcasts that you may have listened also, right? It's also about the author talking about their book, right? It doesn't have to be a technology that you have to click, AI generates it, and then only it is called a convertible format. So, okay. So time, efforts, I don't know how to do. Okay, is that okay? Okay. So that's what we are going to break now. I hope I'll convince you in the next 25-30 minutes that many of these reasons can easily go away, particularly in the last 6 months, 8 months or so, because of the whole ML, AI, compute, API tokens. How many of you use ChatGPT? How many of you use it for good reasons? How many of you use it for not so good reasons? How many of you don't want to answer that question? Okay, very good. All right. So if you use, how many of you know what an API token is? Let's just finish some basics and then move. Yeah, what is an API token? Quickly. What's an API token?
token that token has वो स्वयं इस्तेमाल करके वो local language ला सकते हैं.
Okay. To know whether that's right, but somebody else make an attempt? What is an API token?
Unit of intelligence, kind of like what to the power.
Okay, so perfectly fine, unit of intelligence. But how is it connected to ChatGPT?
It's like a bridge between two different AI models.
Okay, acts between two different AI models. Okay, so how many of you don't know what API tokens? Very good. That's very nice. So API tokens are nothing but all of you use ChatGPT. You went and said, please write this love letter for me, right? So you did that, and when you asked ChatGPT to do that, whatever it did behind, right? It wrote you a letter of 100 words. Let's take those 100 words are converted into some kind of value, as he said, tokens, words, characters. You consumed that much. Is that okay? How many of you have seen this message on ChatGPT or any of this? So when I say ChatGPT, please replace it with Gemini, any other platforms that you know, right? How many of you have seen this message that, oh, your today's limit is reached, please try it 5 p.m. later tomorrow. Okay, so keep your hands up. What happened is all of you, when you did, your API tokens for that day got exhausted. Is that okay? You're allowed for 100 per day or 200, 500, depending on the account that you have. That got exhausted for that day, and therefore it's not allowing you. So every time you interact with ChatGPT, you're spending some token unknowingly. All of us get some free. For example, ANRF has an enterprise account with Google, thanks to our partners like Google, Servam and all. We have an enterprise account, so when we do the exercise now, when all of you convert a paper, just imagine then every 10-page paper that you upload it on Saral and convert it into a podcast or something, ANRF is spending money on it. Does that make sense? Yeah? Yes, no? Yeah? How many of you have gone and looked at ChatGPT's pricing model? How much does it cost if I were to extend my limit? Right? It says $20 per month, $30 per month, whatever, right? All that happens. So every paper, if you look at it, has hundreds and thousands of tokens. Right? So when you upload, that's what happens. Okay, very good. We did basics of why this has to be done. So yeah, and when I saw this flyer, thank you for sending me the flyer, Professor. But one thing, how many of you thought that ये देख के नीचे देख के मुझे लग रहा था Kumaraguru FANE is my initials. I don't know how many of you know what FANE is. Anybody knows what FANE is? Okay. So it's okay. It's not my initials, just in case, right? So just some picking. So okay, this is the slide that I asked you already questions about. How many of you are converted? We just saw again the summary that I wanted to showcase is that many of us write papers. None of you convert into another format, but all of you believe that the other formats are more engaging. Is that okay? That summary is non-contested until now? Okay, very good. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to actually show you some examples of these kind of podcasts, particularly answering these questions of, oh, does it take time? Not necessarily. Does it take, so morning I sat down and took his paper, your paper, right? So generally I do when I go to places, I'll try to take papers off the people. If you have your own paper, we can do your paper afterwards. You will do it yourself. But for me to show some examples, I'm showing it here.
Potato virus X in mixed infection through interfering with antiviral RNAi response. Post underscore.
Can you all hear? Yeah? Okay.
এটা তো অনেক বড় কথা কিন্তু প্লান্ট ভাইরাস
I did Bengali also.
ওরা এখানে মেইন প্রবলেমটা কি ট্যাকল করছে অবশ্যই প্লান্ট ভাইরাসের জন্য গ্লোবালি বিলিয়নস অফ ডলার্স অ্যানুয়ালি ক্রপ লস হয় আর মিক্সড ইনফেকশনের ক্ষেত্রে আরো খারাপ হয় যখন একটা প্লান্ট মাল্টিপল ভাইরাস দ্বারা ইনফেক্টেড হয়
How many of you understand Bengali? Okay, give me some other language that you speak. Hindi, Marathi, okay. So how many, guess how much time it took me to create this. And by the way, I don't know the right hand side image summarizes this paper. So how much time do you think it took for me to generate this? 5 minutes? Okay. Anything else? How many of you think it's more than 5 minutes? How many of you think it's less than 5 minutes? How many of you are thinking? Okay, very good. Right? Okay, good. So it took me like 30 seconds, less than 30 seconds. I put it, I said, go in the background. I started using my machine. When it finishes, it gives me a notification saying I'm done. I go look at it, I see it. Right? Less than 30 seconds. Less than 30 seconds, bhi nahi. Less than few minutes. The time taken is only for me to upload the paper, nothing else. Okay? So now let me show you in a different language. So what did he say? Marathi? Let's do some other language. हिंदी या I'll do हिंदी तो बिना हिंदी करके मैं यहाँ से बाहर कैसे जाऊँ यार क्या right so let's do some Malayalam if you want. I know this is Malayalam or English. Let's see.
പോഡ്കാസ്റ്റിലേക്ക് വീണ്ടും വെൽക്കം. ഇന്ന്
How many of you understand Malayalam? Oh, बंद कर लेते हैं पता चले मार पड़ेगी मुझे. Right, so okay, let's do you pick a language. So somebody said Marathi, no? Let's do Marathi then. Now I wanted to just show you, so all of this Bengali, Gujarati. So if you see all this, right, Bengali, Gujarati, Malayalam, Odia, Punjabi, Marathi, Kannada, Telugu, Tamil, Hindi, English, we can do 21 languages now, right? So the barrier that we are breaking, let me show you one or two and then so let's look at what, Punjabi. Wow, Punjabi ke liye itna hai. I only listen to Punjabi songs, yaar.
A ਕੋਨਾਕ ਓਰੇਕਲ ਮਾਡਲ ਦੀ ਪਰਫਾਰਮੈਂਸ ਦਾ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾਤਰ ਹਿੱਸਾ ਰਿਕਵਰ ਕਰ ਲੈਂਦਾ ਹੈ ਫੁੱਲੀ ਕਰੈਕਟਡ ਡੇਟਾ ਤੇ ਟ੍ਰੇਨਡ ਸਕ੍ਰੈਚ ਤੋਂ ਰੀਟ੍ਰੇਨਿੰਗ ਨਾਲੋਂ ਬੈਟਰ ਪਰਫਾਰਮ
wait, you're all smiling because it's doing well or not doing well. It has a great accent, no? Right? Imagine computer is doing that. My system that we have built is doing that accent ke saath. Kitna cool hai na? I mean, I don't know how many of you are getting excited. I mean, I got super excited like about a year and a half back when I started hearing these things, systems, the ChatGPTs and Geminis were doing this. So I said, look, if they are able to do it generally, I should be able to apply to research, no? That's what my interest is, no? My faculty at the end of the day, right? So I wanted to just try research. So what is the format difference between the last one I showed his paper and this one? It's a PPT, right? So last one was just podcast, you can listen. Here, I'm converting the paper into a deck of slides, then having a voiceover on it on Punjabi. Okay, so you can do all these mix and matches of. So how many of you are not on Instagram? How many of you are on Instagram? For people who are not on Instagram, how do you live your life? Okay, so yeah. So for people who ask for Marathi, here is the Insta version of the paper. Okay, so this is like, what is an Insta version of the paper? It is like 40 seconds of the paper. Right? Again, please, we building these technologies want all of us to go read the paper, but all of us don't get excited about reading a paper on the first go. That's the given. I'm sure when you read a paper, you're going to read the abstract and say, okay, whether I should read the paper or not, then conclusion, then say, okay, let's look at some figures, tables, so that's exactly what we would like to simulate through this process of showing you a podcast, showing you a deck of slides, showing you an Insta thing. I don't know why. How cool it will be, no? When you're going to Insta. See, life is all about scrolling now, no? उतने में क्या research आपको मैं capture कर सकता हूँ? That's the aspiration. In that time, I should be able to say that his paper is the cool paper that has come out in the last 1 week. Look at it. Right? So look at this. For people who said Marathi, you'll be able to appreciate the Marathi also here.
अरे वाह. सायंटिस्ट लोक ग्राफ न्यूरल नेटवर्क मधून वाईट आठवणी कशा काढायच्या हे शोधून काढले.
How many of you understand Marathi? That's not that big. Okay.
काय ग्राफ न्यूरल नेटवर्क आणि वाईट आठवणी हे कसं शक्य आहे?
हो, त्यांनी कॉग्नॅक नावाचं एक नवीन तंत्रज्ञान विकसित केलं आहे.
कॉग्नॅक म्हणजे काय? दारू पिऊन विसरून जायचं?
नाही.
How many of you understood the joke? Okay, for people who understand Marathi, you will understand what's going on. So it's a Insta format. Basically, 50-second of the paper, just summarize it, right? So here is another format. So that's the podcast. Here's the posters. Many students said that you presented posters, right? That's a poster version of a paper. Again, click of a button, background, it will do everything and give it to you. So one of the things, let's attack one by one. So you said, I don't know how to do, right? So now what we have built is, we are saying that, look, click of a button will give it to you. We can't make it simpler than this. at least the way we thought. You have to know about the platform. That problem is a different problem to solve, which is why these outreach programs are necessary. But if you know the platform, now you cannot complain like, I don't know how to do it. Right? We made it simple. Upload the, I'll show you how to do, you will only do it. I don't have to show it. Upload a paper, click a button saying what format you want, what language you want. So what is the unlocking we are doing? What is the unblocking that ANRF is trying to do here? Two. One vector, which is the format vector. Right? We all agree that PowerPoint or the PDF are not the best formats to read. So can we just shift that format to podcast, Insta, whatever, right? This poster, all that. Second thing is, how many of you think that either you or others have barrier in reading a 10-page in English and understanding also? That's another barrier also, right? Whether we agree or not, there is a huge barrier to actually understanding a 10-page, 15-page technical content in English directly. If somebody could just tell it to me in my mother tongue, which is Tamil, then I will be able to actually understand probably later, but first appreciate the research better. I'm pretty sure all of you will agree. First, our thoughts generally come in our mother tongue. We generate our ideas only in our mother tongue. Can we actually replicate that in doing research? And for researchers is the goal here. So two vectors we are unblocking. One is the one vector is the language vector, which is 21 languages. The other vector is a format. We can actually do 11 formats now. Right? Insta, video, podcast, poster. There's also another format called business brief for so to say executive people. The paper says that, oh, this is the paper, executive summary, what problem it is solving, what is the domain it is solving. For example, like a vice chancellor kind of a person will get a instant view of what the paper is by looking at some of these things, right? So that's the idea. So format, languages, okay? So what all concerns we had? I don't know how to do. It takes a lot of time to do. That also cannot be complained anymore. I don't know how to reduce it more than 5 seconds of upload of a paper. What was the third one? Yeah, you can. What is the other? I thought we did 3. Okay, go ahead, sir.
I never thought of that. It was really important.
Yeah, I know. You're a faculty, no? So here is the current stand on this topic of, I did not think that it was important. We have two ways to address the question. If you are also have that view, one view is a very strong funding agency view. The other view is that the world is changing view. Let me do the second one first. I think you're perfectly right that it was not necessary 5 years back, 10 years back. But today, if you look at it, how many of the faculty think that it is extremely hard to get students get excited about research? All of us, you don't have to raise the hand. This is a very, world knowledge type of it. And it's a rhetorical question also, right? So to excite them, sir, today, if we don't be in the platform that they are in, we only become very obsolete, right? As a faculty, as a researcher, as a person who say, I'm sure all of you are excited about science in some way. All of us got excited about science in some way or the other for some reasons. Childhood mein kuch kara, rocket upar gaya. I can give you hundreds of ways by which. But today, the world around us has moved on. It is in Insta, it is in this YouTube, it is in this Spotify, it is in this LinkedIn. That's the first, or in the order, that's the second reason I think. The first reason I think is that, look, it's getting recorded, no? Yeah? Okay, I should be politically correct a little bit. Right? Look, you're getting government's taxpayers' money. You have responsibility to tell the world that what you're doing. Whether you take it in the positive spirit of, look, it's a public citizenship responsibility. That this is the research I'm doing. I've heard reasons saying that I'm not a big guy. I don't want to post. I have only 3 followers in LinkedIn, all that. But those are all only excuses, I think. I think you have to find, is my reasons okay? 2 reasons. The first one is the world is changing. Second is it's taxpayers' money. Okay, any other questions till now? Yeah. Yeah. But who said that? Who said that we are replicating the paper? When you watch a football game, You're not watching the full game. No, you're just going and looking at the goal. No, summary. When they create summaries, when they create these Insta versions of, how many of you listen to podcast and all? So what do when they have to promote the podcast? They don't put the 1 hour, 45-minute podcast first. No, they give you like this 30 seconds, 15 seconds. That's all we are trying to do. We are not many. I don't think so. I'm standing here and claiming that, oh, this 55 seconds, you make an expert. For example, there is a faculty in an institute who is super excited about Saral now. And he says that, look, you're building all this great. I'll go and evaluate it. The question that he is asking is, look, if somebody listens to a podcast of 5 minutes of the paper, what do they understand from the paper? It's an important question to ask. I'm standing here and saying that, look, it summarizes the paper. It's great. You will get a sense. But my intent is different. My intent is to get hundreds and thousands of researchers to put their videos on YouTube as a nationwide. It will show up our research in a better way. No, today we don't do it. That's why people think that we don't do much also. First, let's also have this. That's why I like the word institution. Let's cultivate this habit of showcasing whatever we are doing in whatever way you are comfortable. Meaning not all of us are happy about showcasing whatever we do, and fundamentally, culturally also, we are trained to not to showcase. If you think about it, and particularly academics, particularly researchers, professors, these are all trained people not to speak about anything, be humble, don't talk about what you're doing, all that. But I somehow think that the world is changing, therefore we need all these things. Okay, good. Now let me show you the platform itself, and I will. Okay, so 30 minutes. Okay, so I did the teasers. I mean, lots of institutes. So one of the advantages is people also ask me, sir, about saying, oh, why should I do it? I told you 2 reasons before. Here is another reason that why you should do. It brings visibility to your institute. See, you individually may not want to do it, but imagine the benefit that the institute gets when you do it. But unfortunately, institute cannot do for everybody, no? You're able to understand? Institute, lab, please replace the institute, lab, professor, all that interchangeably. If you're a student, you should think about your professor. If you're a professor, you should think about your department. If you're a cluster of faculty, you should think about the institute. If we don't add all of this, ANRF will not get anything. No, please don't expect organizations like ANRF to actually do every single post of every single paper that's getting published in India. It's just unimaginable to think about. But the first one is what Dr. Shiv, he's the CEO of ANRF. He actually, meaning if you tag us, the commitment that we have is that when you do a post like this, create, post, share, whatever, we will actually amplify it. When he was telling me about ANRF PAIR Network here, I said, look, please do it. I will amplify. I will get the right set of people to amplify to the world saying that JNU PAIR Network is doing well, right? That's necessary, whether we like it or not. Currently, you are in a category A hub, I assume, right? So there is also discussions about how do you, whoever are active PAIR network hubs, we should promote them more and give them more facilities also, right? So if you look at Saral sits on the top. So how many of you are ANRF grantees? You have money from ANRF for something? PME, CRG, what do you guys have? Yeah.
We have a project.
Okay, project. Okay, last? Okay, anybody else? Project, okay, right? So all of you fall here at the bottom, right? All the funding, project, pair, everything. Mission modes are in the vertical. ANRF itself does something by themselves, which is what Saral is. I just wanted to make sure that that difference is also clear. Saral is an activity by ANRF which is sitting on the top, which is the apex activity of ANRF itself. Who's this? Who's this on the picture? Prime Minister. Okay, so he's the Science and Technology Minister, right? He recently we gave some updates to him. He talked about Saral. That's a tweet that he does. He did. We've been very. Oh, how many of you have done a LinkedIn post of a paper of yourself? How much time did it take to create the LinkedIn post? How much time generally it takes to create a LinkedIn post? Half an hour. Wow. Please use Saral. You'll get it in like 30 seconds again. Look at this. So what we do is, again, you put the paper. Again, all of this, two powerful things we're doing. First is this vector I said. Two extremely powerful things we are doing. One, entire Saral is an open source platform. How many of you contribute to open source projects? How many of you know what an open source project is? Oh wow. How many of you don't know what an open source project is? Wow, very nice. Please don't hesitate to raise the hand. No, I think getting to know something is definitely important. API, if nothing else, you got to know what an API token is. बाहर जाके you can show off your skills. API token कितना हुआ था तुम्हारा? Right? Right? So yeah, so this, what question did I ask? Many of you did not know. Open source. Sorry, I missed the train of thoughts. Open source. So open source project means that we are actually giving away the code also for free. You can take the code. You can do anything you want. Not just you. Anybody in the world can take any code, any of the code that we have written, and use it anyhow they want. It's called open license. Okay, that's open source. That's the first thing that we are doing. Second thing that we have consciously made an effort is that every format that you saw that I showed you until now, you can go edit the audio, video, text, everything. One of you said, I think you said, no. Paper, input, output, video. Paper has 36%, video says 63%. That's wrong? Yes, no? You don't want that video to go out because it's saying wrong. We have given the ability to you to edit that 36 to 63 or 63 to 36 and create the audio and video again. Powerful, no? One of the complaints that, please keep in mind, so we have 11,100 users on the platform, okay? And we have been building this for last 309 days or something like that. Our first user came on 14th or 15th of September, right? So we've gotten feedback also. One of the feedback is, oh, look, you created the poster, but I want to edit it. It's saying something wrong. I think what the figure it is showing is wrong figure. I want a different figure. I want a figure from my laptop to be added. Yes, no? All of that will come. So we have embedded all that also into the platform, right? So this is a LinkedIn post. How many of you have seen a Twitter post of a paper? Twitter thread it is called, right? So here is a Twitter thread from Saral also. I'll give you the images to post all that. That's one slide summary of what all we have done. Papers on the left. Wherever I said papers, please replace it by patents. Okay? Wherever I said until now papers, please replace it by patents. So you can actually do papers and patents together. On the platform on the right, I already said all of it. Let's go to the platform now, okay? So let's go here. Yeah, open your phone. That's why I said download a paper and keep before. Let's test the Wi-Fi network also here, the strength of the Wi-Fi network. I'm going to come down now. So from now on, it's only you have to do when I'll keep asking some questions. How many of you are able to scan the QR code? So, okay, first question. How many of you are planning to do it with me? How many of you are not planning to do it? If it is politely, can I ask you to leave the room? You don't have to be inside the room if you're not right. Next 30 minutes is only trying. Only you getting excited about it, right? Okay, let's go on. So if you're, how many of you are able to scan the QR code? Oh, everybody? Okay, nice. If you're not, I was going to repeat the URL, which is called saral.democratizedresearch.in. Go to the page. It will say start converting. So I'll show you the laptop version of the same thing so you can follow it with me. So you should see a page called start converting. Click that button, and I asked you to download a paper before. Download it. Just upload that paper. Yeah. Sign in, of course. Yeah, of course. You have to sign in. No, we need to know who's coming in, whatever. Internet is broken for me, at least. It's not working, but yeah, we'll see. How many of you are able to connect? How many of you are able to upload the paper? Oh, very good. Yeah, come. Yeah. Meaning, of course, please keep in mind it is relevance to the bandwidth of the Wi-Fi, our compute also, 300 people going to the server, all of that, it will come. Don't worry. I have confidence in the system. It will work. You will hear the podcast in this room that you created. Yep, log in to the platform. You're uploading a paper. Okay. Processing. How many of you are on that screen called processing? Okay, very good. Slowly it will come, don't worry. How many of you are not doing? Okay. How dare you? How many of you are having trouble to connecting the Wi-Fi itself? Oh God. Okay, slowly let's try. Okay, good. It's what is it doing? Yeah, get started. Yeah, no, it's okay. You can click get started. Yeah. So this will take a few minutes. So when you are in the page called processing, it will take few minutes depending on your network, depending on our compute, all that. But please wait. Yeah, processing. Yeah, just wait for a few seconds. So while you're doing it, just listen to me. What's happening? So what technically we're doing is when you upload a PDF file, we are taking the paper and saying that, oh, let's go analyze. So how many of you use Notebook LM? Very good. So Notebook LM is our inspiration, right? So Notebook LM, when you do the Notebook LM, the thing you can do is you can upload any document you want, right? You can upload an annual report, you can upload your wedding anniversary pictures, whatever, right? But for Saral, the setup is only research paper because we understand that well. So what we are looking for when it's saying processing is, oh, where is the introduction? Where is the abstract? Where is the figures? Where is the table? Where is the conclusion? Where is the data analysis? All that is what we're processing. Once that is there, how many of you crossed that stage? Processing stage? Okay, yeah. So once that processing is happening, once that is done, we take the understanding of this paper, which is the text itself. That's where this token thing comes. PDF is processed through an analyzer. Text is gotten. Now we'll give the text to somebody and ask it to summarize. I'll wait there. Given that many of you are very curious about the system itself, you do it and then I'll tell you. Then click no. Go to dashboard. So if you've already seen the paper details, which is the title, authors, all that, it will say go to dashboard. How many of you are there? Click the go to dashboard and then it will show you a list of outputs that you can create, podcast, video, all that. My recommendation is create podcast and do a language of your preference. On top, there will be a language drop down. Pick any language you want, right? Any language, male, female, all combinations we have kept. The first person is male, second person is female. Okay, yes? How many of you are in that stage? Language picking, yeah, please pick the language. It's okay, we'll make sure that 80% of you are try it before you leave. That's the purpose. The purpose is for you to experience it, not for me to show it to you. Where are you? Oh, login. How many of you are still trying to log in? Oh, come on, yeah, get it through. Yeah.
We are not able to connect to the internet. Is it working on browser or?
Yeah, no, it's correct only. So you give it a few seconds, it will come back with the title, author, and the year.
Is there an app for Android app?
So we're building all that now. We have an Android app. All the phone apps are getting built right now. Good question though. Currently, what we're doing is we're simulating a browser in your phone. यार मेरा भी नेटवर्क दे दीजिए वाईफाई मैं भी दिखा सकता हूं उधर Okay, so here it is. Okay, so when you go to any paper, so this is the morning paper that I showed. Doing something, that's fine. Yeah, it's okay. Something is coming. I'll see what I can show. Okay. Yeah. So you should have, if you have crossed the stage of, if you have crossed the stage of, if you have crossed the stage of paper, processing, title, author, you should have, how many of you are on this screen or beyond this? How many of you, okay, let's go slowly. How many of you are done with processing? Okay, even go slow. How many of you opened your phone? Okay, how many of you got your Wi-Fi working? How many of you are able to log in? Okay, very good. After you logged in, what is this? What are you waiting for? Processing. Okay. 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 Let's wait for a few seconds. It'll work. Uploading the paper. Correct. Yeah. So you got to a stage. Sorry, you got to a stage. You picked a language. You picked a podcast. It's doing. Yeah. Yeah. Give it a few seconds. Yeah. 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 So was that a survey paper or something? Oh. Okay. 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 Ah. It was a research paper. The request that I have is email the paper to me, because I think we are getting this error only recently. Yesterday or day before yesterday when I did, the paper was a survey paper. That I understood. Okay, just send me the paper. Just try another paper if you want right now. I'll come and see what the paper is. You got the output? He's getting the output?
It's saying dialogue to this.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's
Okay.
saying the same thing. AI hit a snag. It's not a research paper, but it is a research paper. You see, it's a nature paper and it's a research paper online.
Yeah, I'm surprised. So the format is what I'm worried. So why didn't you upload the same paper again?
I did it 3 times.
Oh, is it?
We are going to the same AI hit a snag and it's not a research paper kind of message.
Oh, I'm surprised. I need to know the
snag
paper.
you have to find. Yeah, this is still
Try a different paper if it's possible, but otherwise I'll actually look at the papers again. See, show me the paper. What paper you had there? Ah, yeah. These are all. So the okay. I understand where the problem is. The problem is that at least the STEM papers, if you see, the formats are slightly different. Right? This is somebody already has the podcast output. Wow! Give a round of applause for him. सब कुछ काम कर लिया वाईफाई गिफाई सब कुछ आप सॉरी प्ले द लैंग्वेज व्हाट लैंग्वेज डिड यू क्रिएट इंग्लिश नहीं पूरा पूरा वॉल्यूम रखिए माइक भी लगा था एक सेकंड रुको या
Optimization story. What's the paper called and what problem does it tackle? It's titled The MIM by 1Q with a Production Inventory System and Lost Sales by 2.
Yeah, thank you. Amazing, no? Meaning I get so excited when I mean I understand some of you are having all the teething problems in some ways to get there, but all of you will get the output. Don't worry. We've used this platform for so long. Thank you. So for you, no, I think it's the format of the paper. But can you try some other paper now?
actually he's also doing the same thing and the error is same. But he's using another paper.
Yeah, so this formatting is what I think I'm worried about, because this is not the very, at least the way STEM papers looks at, is because these are all, the system would go look at this JACS and it will be like, no, this is not the way I'm looking for the paper. That's what I think the problem is.
So AI is working not in that way.
Yeah. Okay.
This is paper I uploaded.
Yeah, this is this is the issue that I was telling. All of these formats, are not a format that we see very regularly in the STEM area. Probably in your domain, that's how it is. Yeah. I need to understand that. That's all. What paper did you do? Sorry, what discipline did you do?
Mathematics.
Okay, very good. Yeah. Anybody else got output? What output? Okay, very good. Round of applause for her. Poster. Presentation. Wow, you did both. People are struggling to start. You did podcast also. Okay. What output? A video. A plate, no? Plate. What you created a slides.
Mediated stabilization of CYP 82C4G quadruplex. DNA represses lateral root primordium. Initiation in anaptosis.
किसका पेपर है?
This research was conducted by Nazan et al. And published in May 2026. Today, we'll explore the key findings and contributions of this paper.
Thanks, yeah. So what he did was, there's something called as deck of slides. So you can actually give the format of the slides also. How many of you saw that? I mean, when you're creating a video, you could have actually said that, I want this, whatever, LaTeX format, PowerPoint format, and then it will create in that. Very good, yeah. Anybody else got the output? If you got the output, just raise your hand. I'll just come and see how. Okay. Processing? Yeah. Output. Which one? Anybody did other than podcast poster? हो चुकी है मैडम, लोगों को एक ही नहीं आ रहा है और दोबारा कर रहे हो. Okay, very good. What? Business brief. Oh, how did it look? Is it whose paper is it? Somebody else's? Okay, but does it say anything useful? Okay, park and regulates. I mean, you understand the paper?
Yes.
Can you go down and tell me whether it is doing well in the impact and all? Is doing okay?
Yes.
Okay, very good. Round of applause for him for a business brief, different format. I'm just looking for different formats. Try every format, every language combination. Listen to Punjabi and tell me that it's not correct because I don't understand Punjabi, no? क्या बोल रहा है? Yeah. वो that's why I just said that. No, that's just an issue with the format of the paper.
I tried one. It said the size was 3.7 MB.
Yeah.
It says try another one.
So what is the how long is the paper?
3.7 MB.
3.7 MB should be okay,
It said
but
actually try another paper, but
okay.
I don't know where that I lost that E also.
Oh, okay.
So how do you what do you type?
Just say Saral, SARAL, space AI. Yeah, should. And then the URL will be saral.democratizedresearch.in.
Okay, I'll try.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll try later.
Yeah, no, it'll work. Yeah, so अरे यार ये exactly paper वो कर रहे थे. Exactly मतलब ये JACS. So at least the system that we have built is that it's not designed for understanding these kind of things. When it looks at this, it says that it's not a research paper. Because ये सब वो whatever journals that they publish, no, it's slightly different format than STEM, which is what we were always been focusing. What is this, chemistry or what is this? Chemistry. Yeah, I guess that. No. So so let me just take a picture of the paper in a second. Can you try a different paper? But by then I'll take a picture of this paper. I think our goal, you must have seen, right? Our goal is that to do it, but also go update it. Meaning I'm learning one or two things that I need to go back and either check or make sure that it is working.
Their research paper are being told as not a research paper.
Yeah. So that's the life sciences. I just saw chemistry, physics. I think it's the format, the way that we have designed the first top of the paper looks like what you are all showing me is very different than what we see in STEM, or at least the papers that we have been. Chemistry, definitely the JACS, whatever. It's the same paper that two of them did, and I can see the format. That's why I'm going to take a picture of it and then try seeing how to fix it. Size is 15 to 25 pages, nothing beyond. NMB, let's take like 4 or 5, that's all. Yeah. Yeah. No, I'll make sure that these are taken care of. Yep. Thanks, yeah. Yeah, same format. All the JACS. Oh, ACS.
By the way, I have tried the same journals long back with your AI file.
Yeah.
It works fine.
Okay.
Some kind of a glitch has probably come this time.
No, we changed our, so May 15th, we had a big update in our software, which is probably the reason why some of this is happening.
Every ACS paper has the same format.
Okay.
And it will not take any of those.
So ACS, I'll just fix it. Yeah. Oh, my paper I will not do. It says that, oh, my paper. Okay. Anybody else has output? Or still, forget about the errors. Anything other than the errors that people are getting? Output in terms of?
Tried making a reel, but it's just showing something that it has paused the process.
Oh, is it?
Yes.
Oh, what is it showing? Sorry.
I think it's asking me to review the.
Oh, yeah. Just, that's okay. You can. So, niche hai na? Continue. Yeah. Pick your avatars. So, it'll ask you to pick the kind of person you want. Yeah, वो कौन सा पेपर कर रहा था और तब भी नहीं चल रहा? Okay, what is it showing? Oh, so then it's not really the format error, man. It's just the number of users error. Let's just give few seconds and let's try it again. It'll work. Now I get what the problem is. 10 minutes के बाद लोगों कम हो जाएगा ना use करना. तब let's try it and let's check it.
It also depends on the population.
That's what I'm guessing right now.
Okay, maybe.
Right? Maybe. Right? So, but yesterday we had 312 users at a single point, and it did not break.
Oh, okay. So we will try.
Yeah. Oh wow! What is this? What audio is this?
Yeah, it's this one. Yeah.
And it's not a ACS format.
नैनो आर्कियोटा, वाओ, ये तो बहुत बड़ा स्टेटमेंट है। कोस्टल सेडिमेंट्स में इंटरस्टिशियल माइक्रोबियल कम्युनिटीज क्या होते हैं, ये एग्जैक्टली बताइए। ग्रेट क्वेश्चन। सैंडी सेडिमेंट्स में ज्यादातर माइक्रोब्स सैंड ग्रेन्स से चिपके रहते हैं, उन्हें एपी पसामक।
Okay, and this image is also okay. Does it signify what the paper is? So what I'm going to request for people who said that it's not working, let's just give it 5 minutes. Okay. Maybe it is also the load on the machine. So how many of you got some output? Okay, very good. How many of you tried and it is still in pre-processing or in some stage? How many of you have an error? A paper not format? Okay, this is all ACS. Okay. So what you should do is, okay, very good. Now I think I understand the problem. What we should do is just leave it some time. I'm going to work with that student and try and do it after 5-10 minutes. Maybe just the load on the system. Try it after some time. If it does not work, just email me. Email me the paper. I got a screenshot. ACS I'll remember, and I will go look at the format. But otherwise, in terms of oh, really? Okay. Yeah, I don't think so. This format and all is an issue because he said that he's already done ACS before. He's used Saral before and it has worked. So it cannot be a formatting issue also. But just give it few minutes. Let the load on your Wi-Fi, our system reduce, and then I'll work with 1 or 2 people and try it. If it doesn't work, I will take it more seriously right now. Okay. Yeah. Let me just finish my slide so that we can finish. No, what is the time? 12:30. Yeah. 2-3 minutes. We'll stop. Okay. So yeah. So currently, if you see lots, okay, how many of you use browser extensions? What is a browser extension? What is a browser extension? So if you see this, so at some point in time, people said that, oh look, I have to go to. So he said, no, I don't know how to do it. It's time consuming, all that. So at some point in time, somebody said these kind of comments. So we went and built a browser extension also. Can you see this SA here? You click this. How many of you use this Mendeley, Zotero? Exactly. Oh, all of you use, then why did you not say that you know extensions? They are all in extensions also, no? They are all browser extensions also. So what you can do is if you go to a paper, particularly archive kind of a platform, you go to any paper and then you click the Saral extension, it will show you exactly the same output that you are doing in your phone as in the platform. Does that make sense? We are easing the process, that's all. We are saying that, look, you don't have to go to a Saral. He asked a question in case you did not hear. There's another thing that we are doing is making a phone app itself. I mean, you don't have to even go to saral.democratize.research or scan QR code, nothing. It's on your phone, like your Insta. When you're reading a paper, when you're looking at it, just click the button somewhere, it should be able to produce all these outputs, right? So that's the goal that we have here. And at the institutional level, there are a couple of institutions, given that the director of research is here. This is IISc Bangalore who have actually institutionalized it, which is paper that are getting published out of IISc. Faculty actually convert them into a Saral output and post it on their social media on their website. Currently, there are even YouTube channels. So left hand top is IIT Roorkee, bottom is IISER Bhopal, right hand top is NIT Trichy, right hand bottom is IIT Indore. All of these are YouTube channels. So you said you created videos. one video is one, but institutionalizing it, saying that look, all videos or all papers out of my department, all papers out of my research lab goes in here is another way of showcasing. For example, this one I really love this professor is because he's our, if I look at the users of our platform, he stands on the top. He's converted like 120 papers or something like that. All of this is Saral output. Even though the thumbnail that you're seeing is not a Saral created, he creates a different thumbnail. People have very creatively used. For example, we actually at ANRF, we built the platform only for research. But today Saral is getting used for teaching. Somebody puts a paper, I want to go talk about this paper in my class. I upload the paper, get the deck of slides, make the modification, go teach it in the class. Right? So creatively people are using it, but yeah, our interest is to create the platform. Right? So this one is individual professors. For people who are interested in open source, that's the GitHub repository for, so that's Dr. Shiv himself who's talking about Saral at some point in time. That's the team that, so one assignment that we have, this is a slide that Dr. Shiv and I put together. We agreed on an assignment to give all of you in the room. Partially you did, partially is to use a paper, convert it and do it. But an institutional request I have is, please take X amount of papers of your institute, measure it in any way you want, top paper, citations, visibility, technology transfer, whatever, convert them into some format, put it on YouTube to start with, because YouTube, so what's the advantage of a YouTube platform compared to others? Is discoverability. You put it on your website, it's okay, you should do it, but your website will not attain discoverability of the research. Discoverability is very high on a platform like YouTube, because when you search, people will hit that. That's why we would like to see these videos go on YouTube. For example, this video that is getting recorded will go on YouTube also, right? Because people will get to know how to use this platform the way that we just now did the last 20-25 minutes. And please post it on social media if it's possible. How many of you are planning to post that you attended this workshop or this hands-on session on social media? Okay, so keep your hands up. I'll take a picture so I know who all did it at some point in time. Right? So our commitment from the ANRF side is, if you post, if you tag ANRF, if you tag Dr. Shiv and or if you tag me, we will amplify it, which is we will like, comment, share for others to know. When appropriate, we will also mention about your research to somebody else. That's the commitment that we are giving. Because otherwise, please remember, a person like Dr. Shiv will not be able to understand what research goes on JNU. He can visit here, you can give him a demo of something, but it takes a lot of efforts to get people to come. Whereas we are all hooked onto all these platforms. You tag us on a LinkedIn, we'll look at it, we'll play it for 30 seconds. We know how to actually zip it through, right? How many of you listen to YouTube videos, particularly when it is lectures in 1.5x, 2x, 2.5x, right? Whereas when it's a movie, can I get a 0.5x? Right? So that's the user behavior. So I said earlier, no, world is changing. That's how we have to live. I understand this very well when I give lectures. Yeah, students are 2.5x mein sunne wale hain. It's okay, right? Okay. So yeah, so please consider all of this. With that, I'll stop. Here is the last task that you have to do. Hopefully, internet will work for this. That's my, actually, I have no connectivity here. That's my social media handles. Let's start with LinkedIn, if it's okay with you. Let's scan, let's see users. How many of you are planning to send the follow request? How many of you are not planning to send? The door, दरवाजा बंद कर लीजिए वहां से अच्छे से ताला लगा दीजिए जब तक मैं उनका LinkedIn request देखता हूँ बाहर नहीं जा सकता. Okay, with that, thank you. Hopefully it helped. I will stay here. I will look at one or two things that I said, which is to try out in a different paper, try out a few things. I'm happy to actually take any questions you have. Please consider, it is not about Saral. It is about this, so to say, cultural difference that we would like to see. ANRF is generally treated as a funding agency, which is how it is designed in some ways. We would like to see that as a catalyst organization and or an organization that is building an ecosystem. This is an ecosystem building activity. It is not a funding activity, right? We would like to transform and see that whether ANRF can be, so to say, positioned as a ecosystem builder, and a catalyst. That's the effort. Thanks again for your efforts. For those of you who are planning to post on social media, we can take some separate pictures and do it. Let me do some 2 selfies. So, feel free to ask questions. I'm happy to take questions, but by then I will take selfie, one from this side and one from that side. Anybody not interested in seeing your picture on social media? Close your face. Okay. Wow, actually I can get all of you. Let's do one with all of you. Let's try. Yeah. It's not that good, but let's do one. Okay. No questions? I'm listening. Yeah. Oh yeah, sorry. You had a question. Yeah. Go ahead. Yeah. Yeah, sure. So can we give a round of applause for her? I think I expected 2-3 questions, which I'm also prepared for, which you think you're going to ask. Right? Hallucination is a very question that we get. So that's why the problem I said, right? 63 versus 36%. That's an hallucination problem. You can treat it as an error, but it is thinking that what is happening in the paper. So what testing and all we could, that's why when they create, I go ask them, oh, it's paper, frame, is it summarizing the paper? These are our feedback mechanism. In STEM, right, disciplines in STEM, we have very, very high confidence that it doesn't hallucinate. Beyond STEM, I think because it doesn't hallucinate or the hallucination rate is very low, is because there's an idea called grounding. You can also tell the paper system that, look, here is a paper, you should not go outside the paper, stick everything within the paper only, and whatever you're using from outside, tell me what you're using. So these are ideas called grounding. So when you do grounding, the hallucination rate reduces, and it depends on discipline. So let's take, if you go to, for example, one professor in an IIT tested the Saral system on social science papers, and she said that, look, it does bad. That I understand, because the backend that we're using is Gemini and Sarvam, right? If you think about their models are not trained very well in the disciplines that are outside STEM, and that's why the problem happens. So as the world evolves in terms of the technical expertise of, for example, 6 months back also, I think my confidence in what we are doing was low. He said, no, he's used it before. The platform itself looked very different before May 15th. Now it's super confidence, extremely high compute we have behind. The code is much more robust and all that. But if you look at 6 months from now, all of this will get even better, because the Geminis, Sarvams, Claudes and all are getting better. So we'll use the capability and keep getting better. Yeah, you have a question, but let's do some order. Who else has questions so that I don't break the, let's do 1, 2, so 0, 1, 2, 3. Anybody else? Okay, 0.
Okay, as I told you that I have used Saral already earlier in my.
Yeah.
I also tried with one of my friends in notebook LM.
Yeah.
Okay, now one suggestion.
Yeah.
You can think about.
Yeah.
See, we always think about this kind of a short presentation. I obviously made this presentation, not the postcard or anything. So there probably better if we can create some kind of image and explain with the text. So what happens in your presentation? There is the texts are coming and there is a background voice. So is it a possibility that with the text, with the help of the AI, they will create some models at a distributed kind of a scheme, and then discuss. That's exactly what Notebook LM does. Yeah.
So if you look at it, this was exactly created like that only. No, the skin on the right hand side is a summary of the entire paper.
Can you make it animated?
Animated is, we are working on it. So animation is one, but please keep in mind the slide deck that I showed you, which had text in it. We have an option to go add an image there. Automatically it doesn't do, because automatically doing all that, I mean, today our confidence level is very low, whether we'll make it right or wrong. And the other thing is, my strategy in many of these things is, first we were born, let's crawl, let's walk, let's run. You're asking us to do some state level competition, we will do it.
Why I'm saying that, this kind of short presentations that implemented many.
So we will evolve for sure. Don't worry. Okay, and it's 1.
So you asked question like earlier, like why
Yeah.
So the first thing here is all about viewership. Like as you can see that all around India, like 300 to 400 researchers per billion population. Even in the world, approximately 1500 researchers per billion population. So it's all about viewership and how we can correlate with a layman. So I think how you can correlate a layman and research together cumulative, so that thing can correlate to dopamine.
Yeah,
that
yeah, yeah.
can give you a viewership and that can increase the
Yeah. So what's your name?
it's Punendu, sir.
Who?
Punendu.
Punendu. Okay, great question, Punendu. But I'm going to push it back, saying that absolutely right that the viewership and the, I think you said, number of researchers per billion users, billion citizens, all that is perfectly good. I think you probably have all the statistics right, which I don't know. But the view that at least we take on this problem is that it doesn't matter. You are always thinking about researcher, but think of a person who's sitting in 8th standard student who he wants to inspire to work on that he's excited about. He's not a researcher, no? Why are you counting only that 800? I would see every single student studying science should be your denominator, no?
That's how you organize your things. The way he said, like you can add animation.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Adding animation, that obviously that will increase.
Yeah, we'll do it, yeah. We should. Yeah, okay, thank you. Thanks. He's taking the picture.
To present the vote of thanks.
Professor Supriya Chakravarti, Coordinator, JNU PAIR Network, Professor Kedar Singh, Director R&D, distinguished faculty members, esteemed guests, research scholars, students, and all participants who joined us here today. It is my privilege to propose a vote of thanks on the successful completion of today's hands-on session on Saral AI, transforming complex scientific research into accessible multilingual content. Our heartfelt thanks to the Honorable Vice Chancellor Madam, University Administration and the leadership of the JNU PAIR Network for their encouragement and support in organizing this important event. On behalf of JNU and JNU PAIR Network, I extend our heartfelt gratitude to Professor P. Kumaraguru for delivering such an insightful and engaging session. Your expertise, practical demonstration, and throughout thought-provoking perspective have inspired us to explore how AI can bridge the gap between scientific research and multilingual accessibility. We deeply appreciate the time and effort you have taken to share your valuable knowledge with us, sir. Thank you so much, and a very big round of applause for him. We express our sincere gratitude to ANRF, Anusandhan National Research Foundation, for its continued support in promoting research, innovation, knowledge dissemination through various initiatives. I'd also like to acknowledge the dedicated efforts of the organizing committee, the technical team, volunteers, and all staff members of JNU PAIR Network, whose meticulous planning and hard work ensured the smooth conduct of today's program. A special word of appreciation goes to all the faculty member, researcher, scholar, and student who participated enthusiastically. Your active engagement, thoughtful questions, lively discussion made this session truly interactive and meaningful. Once again, I extend our sincere thanks to everyone who contributed to the success of this event. Before I conclude, I warmly invite you all for tea and refreshment just outside this auditorium. Thank you and have a pleasant afternoon. Thank you.